Trolling. Something that every artist is familiar with. Let's talk about it.
All right, troops.
I usually start with a definition, but trolling, we all know it. We're all going to experience it. There is no need to define it. But it is something I'm very passionate about. So strap yourselves in and enjoy the ride. I deal with a lot of trolling, even before it was called trolling. Trolling is more of the social media definition of it, but we do have other ones like haters, or as I call them in Scotland, ballbags. The reason that they belittle you is because they want to make themselves feel better. So they tear apart everything that you're doing out of jealousy and spite, try and make you give up and make you feel like you're not worth anything. This can cause a lot of anxiety, stress, depression, social exclusion, hate and smear campaigns, and you guessed it, sometimes it can even lead to suicide. I recently did a post about trolling on my Facebook page. If anybody hadn't seen it, I basically said that I've been getting trolled a lot lately, but it's no longer affecting me like it once did. And why is that? Because I had what I called my Keanu Reeves moment. Trolls only come after people that are making change in the world, doing something positive or shaking up the status quo. People don't like change. People don't like disruption of their little order. And when someone comes in and blinds them to that, they get a little bit antsy. And I realized that's what I'm doing.
Whoa.
These podcasts are changing things up. I'm trying to break the stigma around mental health on the Ginger Engine. I'm trying to break the stigma around Thomas is just for kids. On my new Ginger Review show, I'm breaking the stigma around the fact that we need to have long-winded reviews when we could just sum it up in about 20 seconds. And people are like,
How dare he change this mold? I am not comfortable with this.
and try and tear you down by telling you everything you're doing is wrong. And that makes me happy knowing that I'm getting these responses because I am creating change. I'm doing something positive and people are starting to take notice. The ugly side of humanity is that we don't like to see people succeeding when we're not. I was guilty of it myself and I'm not proud of it. So I actively encourage people to pursue their dreams and do what makes them happy. You don't like the system that you're in, change it up. You don't want to be in a specific industry, create your own. You don't like the way the game's being played, kick it over and start a new one. And that's what I like to think that I'm doing. And it makes me really proud knowing that people are backing me. And it makes me feel even more proud knowing that there are people who absolutely hate me for it. Because quite frankly, you don't have the balls to do what I'm doing. People think that all of a sudden I've become very arrogant lately. Not the person that I once was. You're right, I'm not. I'm better. You see arrogance, I see confidence. I see that I'm finally willing to back myself and my ability. I see myself in a good place mentally that I was never in when I was doing the 9-to-5 jobs. And it's why I'm so determined never to go back. You don't see the hard times that I'm going through. You don't hear about the struggles I'm having financially, or the fights my wife and I have been having, or the self-doubt that I'm feeling constantly about being a bad dad. Because in the world of business, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to show weakness. And I think that actually is a weakness. As I've said previously, if you're open and honest about all of your things, good and bad, then no one can touch you. People are afraid of honesty because the secrets give them power. And I have no secrets. And that's why I get trolled. People are trying to find some little skeleton in my closet to break me down. Some people want to see me fail. Again, sad but true. And some people don't like the fact that a ginger guy is doing well. Again, sad but true, because I've had people say it to me. I've also had people contacting me telling me to stop adding them to my groups for my podcast because I'm everywhere. Isn't that the point of this industry? My plan is to be everywhere so more people can see me. It's a visual business. You have to be out there. Your face has to be known so people recognize you and you can get the opportunities going forward. Do you think some of the opportunities I've had just fell into my lap? No, I got my face out there and I worked for them. And I'll continue to do so. If you message me saying, Andrew, I'm glad you're doing well, but can you stop adding me to the podcast groups, please? It's a bit much. No problems. And I'll try not to do so in the future. If you just send me messages that say,
Stop all these podcast adding group things, you're everywhere.
laugh and block. I will always give people as much support and backing as I can. I love to help people. I'm a good person, or at least I try to be most of the time. All I expect is a little bit in return. But don't take my kindness for naivety. And if you do decide to troll, it's the laughing block method. I'll laugh about it, I'll block you from my socials, and I'll carry on getting the job done. And it'll actually push me even harder because I know it'll piss you off. Again, people think this is arrogance. It's me finally getting the backbone that I have not had for over 30 years. It's knowing that the right people who support me outweigh the trolls by a factor of 20. So next time a troll wants to come at me, go ahead, bring it on. Because in all honesty, I actually feel quite bad for you. The only thing that you can do is troll me. How bad must your life be if you have to troll me? I used to hate trolls, and now I see them as badges of honor. I have ascended to a place where trolls actually make me feel better about myself. Again, that was a little bit cocky, but you know what I mean. I didn't get trolled when I was working in the financial sector. I didn't get trolled when I was doing admin jobs, but I'm getting trolled now that I've got my media company and my podcast up and running. If I could afford a new mic, I would drop it at this moment. But I can't, so I won't. So that's my thoughts on trolling. Until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.